guys, I'm back. I know it's been a hot minute since I last filmed. I didn't plan on disappearing for as long as I did. I really thought I was actually going to be back when I filmed those videos at the start of the year, and then I just kind of didn't feel like filming. I got really busy with work and I ended up traveling quite a fair bit. I went up to the Gold Coast and then I had a few weekends in Sydney, so my finances have been tied up with my traveling, so I haven't really been buying physical media at all. And obviously coming back from holidays, I was kind of broke, so I had to wait until my finances sort of built up again, and I'm hoping to be at a point now where I can start to buy physical media things again, because being away from it has made me realize just how much I do love it and talking about movies and TV shows. And while I have been streaming things, it's still not quite the same. So, and also basically you may have noticed from my location, I'm not in my room, and that is because they are being, it's being packed up. And it's a process because if you've watched my channel at any point over the last 10 years, you'll know I have a lot of things to go through, and I've been trying to figure out what I want to keep, donate, things like that. My movies and TV shows aren't going anywhere. It's mostly like my books and childhood toys and things like that, because I really need to focus on space. And I was sort of like, well, out of everything that I want to keep, which is like, you know, my TV shows, movies, Doctor Who, Funko Pops, things like that, books I can sort of go through and clear out, because I've been mostly reading ebooks and audios lately. And yeah, I just thought that I'd take the time to actually go through what I have. So I don't know when I'll be back in my room. It's probably September, I think, because I want to get back into like doing my movie and TV show wrap-ups and also do monthly hauls again, because I've really missed it. And like my finances have been tied up elsewhere, and I'm not going to be going to the extent that I did with my previous hauls. I do want to stick to a budget, so I can get the occasional thing, just not the massive stacks that like I've had, because I'm sort of trying to change it up where basically if I get something, it's because I'm going to watch it within the next few months, not, you know, I'm going to watch it in 10 years time. So that's kind of the framework that I'm working with. We'll see how well I stick to it, but so far it's based on the one thing I actually have bought, and sort of a sneak peek to my TV show, or like my DVD Blu-ray haul for June. I'm sort of sticking to it, even though it's just the one thing at the moment. But anyway, I just thought just to sort of talk about what I've been watching lately. And yeah, so TV show wise, as I mentioned, I've been streaming a lot of things, so I just thought I'd talk about the most recent things I've watched. So I finally caught up on Star Trek Picard season 3. I was a few episodes behind. Really enjoyed the finale. It was good seeing all the Next Generation characters again. I liked where it left off. I'm curious about where they would take the next, like, I guess, series based on that reveal at the end, but I did like how the show wrapped up overall, so I did finish that one. I finally finished The Last of Us season 1. I know I was like, I had 3 episodes left to watch and I just fell massively behind. Really enjoyed that show. I mostly watched it for Pedro Pascal, because I'm not a gamer, I've never played the game, so I mostly watched for him. Really enjoyed that one. And then we get to basically what became my obsession for like 3 weeks. I binged watched 7 seasons of Shetland. I mostly watched it because of Douglas Henshall, who played Nick Cutter in Primeval, and I basically stayed for the scenery, the characters, and yeah, I loved everything about it. not gonna lie, got very teary-eyed in his last episode because he left the show at the end of series 7. But I know there's a series 8, which I am going to watch because I think everyone else is returning. I just don't know whether I'm going to be watching it weekly or not, because I found I'm really enjoying just binging everything. So yeah, I haven't quite worked that bit out. So Shetland's has just become one of my all-time favourite shows now, and I will probably be talking about it at excessive lengths at different points throughout this my videos. So yeah. And Scotland has also become like number 1 on my places of like to travel, assuming I get over the idea of spending 16 plus hours in a plane. Yes, I have traveled recently, but it's only been like an hour and an hour and a half, and I don't know how I'd cope with 16 plus hours, but maybe in a few years, if I've saved up enough money, who knows, maybe I'll get there. But yeah, so Shetland is like one of my favorite things I've watched, and yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised at how quickly I binged it. I mean, yeah, it's only, well, the first series is 2 episodes, but they're like hour-long episodes, and the rest of the series has 6 episodes each, which is typical of British like TV shows. So I watched all of Shetland, or like what's available, and then sort of a sneak peek to my DVD Blu-ray haul for June. I picked up a show called By Any Means. It only lasted 6 episodes because it got cancelled, but it has Andrew Lee Potts, who played Connor on Primeval, See the Theme. And yeah, this is another show where I was sort of got really invested in the characters and the story. And I was really mad at the ending because it ends on a cliffhanger, and I don't think many people knew about this show. So has anyone heard of By Any Means or watched it and knows what I'm talking about based on that ending? Yeah, really mad at it. I knew it was going to have a cliffhanger, but I wasn't expecting to fall in love with all these characters, and yeah. So I watched By Any Means, and I'm just kind of like, why? I mean, yeah, I'm like 10 years late to the party with this one because this aired in like 2013, but I really want to know what was going to happen to the characters based on that ending, and very well. But yes, I'm going to be mad about that one for a while. But I definitely, yeah, both Shetland and By Any Means, definitely recommend them. And then the last show that I've recently started is Death in Paradise, which I have been meaning to check out for a while because I love Ben Miller. He's also one of my favorite actors, and yes, he happened to be in Primeval, but he was in the first 2 series, but just based on the first 2 episodes, I think I'm really going to enjoy it. And I also didn't realize the actor's name. He played Cat in Red Dwarf. I didn't realize he was in this show, so that was actually quite a pleasant surprise because I never seen him in anything else. And it wasn't until I got to the credits where I was like, I know that name, and it was like, oh, I didn't realize he was in the show as well. So that was kind of cool to find another show that he'd been in, because yeah, if you've been following, you know that I do really love Red Dwarf, and yeah, finding out he was in the show as well was actually really cool. So yeah, so that's the current show I'm watching. I also forgot to mention I did watch NCIS LA. I finished that one up because it's already ended. I watched the finale because the show didn't get renewed for the season 15. I'm not surprised it didn't end up getting renewed because I think it's been on like that borderline where it's like no one knows whether it's getting renewed or cancelled. But I did really like the finale. I thought they did a mostly pretty good job wrapping it up, and yeah, so I just have to pick up the and I need to pick up season 13. I don't have that on DVD yet because at the time it was just a little too pricey to pick up, and I'm trying not to spend a fortune on like my DVDs and Blu-rays. It's just whatever's cheapest at the time, and so far it hasn't gotten down to a price I'm being willing to pay for it. So, but I will pick it up because, and also season 14 when that gets released, because I have all the other seasons, so I kind of want to complete that. And I also finished NCIS season 20. Haven't finished Hawaii. Like, I keep wanting to say Hawaii Five-0. It's NCIS Hawaii. I haven't gotten back to that one yet. I did watch up until the last part of the crossover, which they did with NCIS and NCIS LA. I don't know, I'm just not feeling NCIS Hawaii. I may get to it at some point, but it's not high up on my list of shows. And the other one that I've been making my way through is Andor. I'm slowly making my way through this show as well. I'm up to episode 8. So yes, I still got quite a bit, but I do want to finish it. I have been enjoying it. It's just one of the ones that I'll just watch an episode of here and there. So it's not a high priority, but I do want to finish it out. So those are like the TV shows that I've been watching in the last few weeks. Yeah, it's most of them have been streaming, as I said, because I don't have access to my movies and TV shows at the moment. With the exception of By Any Means, because I did order that, and because I found it on eBay for a really good price, and I decided to pick it up on physical media. So yeah, so that is TV shows. Movie-wise, I haven't really been watching a lot of movies. I've been streaming a couple of things because obviously movies are packed up. So I did start a rewatch of the Transformers films. I recently rewatched Revenge of the Fallen. I don't know if I'll get to all of them before the new one comes out. It's not it's just something that I'm watching now and then. We'll see how I go. I won't be upset if I get to the new one and I haven't seen all the other ones, like rewatched all the other ones. But they're fun to revisit. So it's been a while since I think I've last did a rewatch of the Transformers films. So I've been doing that. Recently, I also rewatched Ocean's 8. That one's always a fun film to revisit for me. It's one of my favorites. I mean, I know a lot of people don't really like it, but I have a good time watching it whenever it's on, whenever I put it on. So it's that. Rewatch the first Mission Impossible film. Again, not a priority, like if I don't get to all of them before the new one. But it's, yeah, I like revisiting franchises, so that's that one. I did watch The Grey Man. That was on Netflix, because I didn't get to it last year. I thought this was a pretty good action, action film. I liked both, who was it? Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling. I think that's who was in that film. I enjoyed it. It was a solid action. Yeah, as I said, solid action film. It was just a fun, leave your brain at the door type movie. But I enjoyed that one. Cinema wise, I have seen, most recent one was Across the Spider-Verse. Really enjoyed that one. I had a lot of fun with that one. And then I also saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Completely broke my heart, made me cry several times, but it was so good, and I actually think it might be my favourite of the Guardians films. I'd have to do a rewatch just to see, but I do think it is my favourite, so I loved it. So I watched that one, and then, because again, money issues, I haven't been to the cinema as much, so the next one I didn't see was in May. The only other film I got to was Fast X. I had a good time with this one. I ended up seeing this with my mum because we had a couple of hours to kill in Sydney before we caught the bus home, and I was like, that was, I think, the only film that was really out that we were sort of I wanted to see Fast X. I don't think Mum cared either way, even though I did have Jason Momoa in it, and he was hilarious in this film. You could tell he was having a blast filming it, so that just made it really enjoyable, and I'm definitely curious to see how they're going to wrap everything up based on the ending. So it's just going to be insane. I mean, the last few films have been insane, but I think this one's really going to, it's going to up the ante, and it's going to, yeah, I think Fast 11's, not sure how they're going to top any of the other other films, but I'm definitely curious to see how they're going to do it. So that is basically everything I've watched TV show wise and movie wise the last few weeks. Not a whole lot, but I'm slow, like also because I've been watching a lot of TV. But I am hoping to get back into like watching more movies, and also I'll be making my way through Death in Paradise because that's my current show that I'm watching. So yeah, I'm hoping to like bring back my monthly wrap-ups that I used to do, because I've really missed talking about movies and TV shows on this channel, and I really want to like get back into this. So hopefully at the end of the month there will be a DVD Blu-ray update and also a like movie and TV show wrap-up, and hopefully I'll be consistent with the uploads. So I'm going to stop it here. Thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!